Latvian independence. Today we honor those courageous forefathers and mothers that proclaimed independence and those that fought for independence. This day is something very special for us because it is something 101 years. It's a long time for a nation, but for parts of that, we were not free. And that is what we need to remember, that it is not a given. But during the last year of our centenary celebrations, we had the honor to share our culture and develop better relations with our host country, having trade missions at the political level and certainly at the educational level. And one of the most important things that we did this past year is we published a book on Latvian-Turkish relations. And the posters around the room, you see, are historical documents that bond our two countries, but also have many facts dealing with other countries here present today. And this was done with the assistance of the National Archive of Turkey, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Archive, Prime Minister's Archive, which is now the President's Archive, and of course Ankara University. And one of the special events of this past year was that we had this commemorative event, the Baltic Way, with my brothers and sisters from Lithuania and Estonia. And in commemorating that event, this is the event 30 years ago, where the Baltic people, over 2 million, over 600 kilometers, stood hand to hand, shoulder to shoulder, and heart to heart, stretching from Tallinn to Riga to Vilnius. And today we will supplement the film that you saw some months ago with a slideshow about the Baltic Way. Very special for you today. This was 30 years ago, and even this week you were welcome to the Exhibition of Freedom organized by Hungary, Poland, the Czech and Slovak republics. And indeed, 1989 was a very, very important year for us. And just last week we were commemorating the fall of the Berlin Wall. If you think about it, the pictures that we saw, for a lot of us, were very, very emotional and very important, because if the wall doesn't come down physically, psychologically, and even philosophically, we don't have a unified Germany, we don't have a unified Europe, and many of us here today would not be standing here before you. And this, in 1989, there was certainly freedom in the air, but for Latvia, we had to wait for 2 more years before we could declare our independence again, or renew our independence, rather. And so we don't take freedom for granted. Freedom and freedoms have to be respected, nurtured, for us to prosper as nations, people, and states. And also here, we will have a virtual exhibition of photographs that I took of the Berlin Wall, of Baltic graffiti on the Berlin Wall, from 1987 into 1989. And one of the pictures you will see actually is graffiti calling for the repealing of the Hitler-Stalin Pact, and it was the first panel to be taken out of the Berlin Wall when it was dismantled. So that is something special that I would like to share with you. I said we're celebrating our 101st anniversary, but I would like to call it, we're coming to the end of the first year of Latvia's second centenary. And we have a lot of special things for you planned this evening, but this could not be done without firstly my embassy staff, my family, and also our sponsors. Firstly, the Latvian Restaurant and Hotel Association, Turkish Airlines that brought them there, brought them here. And also I'd like to thank our honorary consul from Bursa, Yavuz Iskander, that has prepared some nice sweets for you that you can receive on the way out. And on Monday evening, the true anniversary for us, will be the lighting of the Atakule Tower. So we thank them as well. So, is it possible for our cooks and chefs to come out for a second? We have Inga and Inta and Santa, the CEO of the Hotel and Restaurant Association. We want to thank them emphatically, and I'm a bit worried because I told them, I said the people will love this food, and there will be so many more people wanting to come to our reception next year. So but the first drink that we will have, as we did last year, it's a non-alcoholic drink. The juice from the birch tree. It's sparkling, but Latvians, and we have the Minister of Environment here, Latvians love our nature. Each spring, Latvians drill holes into the birch tree, so as the sap is rising through the tree, through the stump, reaching the branches and the leaves, we tap this birch tree and drink from this natural, God-given gift of the birch juice. So I'd like to thank you again. So throughout the evening, you will be treated with Latvian specialties and delicacies. We thank our chefs again.
Değerli misafirler, değerli Letonyalı kardeşlerimiz, hepinizi öncelikli olarak sevgi, saygı ve hürmetle selamlıyorum. İki lav bakar. Sayın Büyükelçimiz de çok güzel ifadelerde bulundular. Letonya'mızın milli günü, 101. Bağımsızlık günü. Ben 1925'ten itibaren özgür ve bağımsız ülke olarak tanıdığımız ve bu anlamda ülkem, milletim adına Letonya'nın bağımsızlığını, 101. yıl dönümünü tebrik ediyor. Tüm Letonyalı kardeşlerimize buradan selam ve sevgilerimi gönderiyorum. Türkiye ile Letonya arasındaki ilişkiler 1991 yılında yeniden başladı ve o günden bu yana gerek siyasi anlamda gerek ekonomik anlamda her geçen gün daha da artarak devam ediyor. Ticaret hacmimiz 291 milyon dolara ulaşmış durumda. İki ülke ortak hedefi bunu en yakın zamanda 1 milyar dolar seviyesine çıkarmak. Ulaşım ağı ve sanayiye dayalı güçlü ekonomisiyle Letonya, Türk öğrencilerimizin tercih ettiği bir konumda. Letonyalı dostlarımız da ülkemizi turizm anlamında tercih ediyorlar. İklim değişikliğiyle uğraştığımız bu günlerde tüm dünyamızın, tüm ülkelerimizin mücadele ettiği bu günlerde aslında Letonya'mız tüm dünyaya örnek olacak. Ülkenin %50'sinin ormanlarla kaplı olduğu, yine Baltık, Riga Körfezi ve Divina Nehri'nin doğal güzelliklerinin de şehirlerinize yansıdığını görüyoruz. Bildiğiniz gibi ülkemiz Türk müteahhitlik sektörü anlamında oldukça başarılı bir ülke. Çin'den sonra dünyada ikinci konumdayız. Biz de Letonya'mızla şehircilik anlamında, yine çevre anlamında işbirliğimizi güçlendirecek adımları atmak istiyoruz. Letonya'mızla NATO'da olduğu gibi Avrupa Birliği'nde de çok daha güçlü ilişkiler kurabileceğimizi ümit ediyorum. Letonya atasözünde de söylendiği gibi tebessüm eden bir yüz yemeğin yarısıdır. Aşçıları Letonya'dan getirmiş. Eviniz bugün tebessüm edeceksiniz de inşallah. Güzel olduğunu buradan tekrar ifade etmek isterim. Tüm Letonya'mızın 101. Kurtuluş Yıl Dönümünü tebrik ediyor. Tüm Letonyalı kardeşlerimize, vatandaşlarımıza selamlarımı iletiyorum.